But what distinguishes the Infiniti QX50 isn't where you can take it. It's how you feel taking it there. With generous cargo space, extended second-row legroom, and coupe-like handling. The new QX50 from Infiniti.
It's perfect outside, it's like God let me dial up the weather. Got the whole crew here, I ain't seen some of them in forever. It's one of those never forget it, better stop and take it in kind of scenes. Everything's just right, yeah, except for one thing. You should be here, standing with your arm around me here.
Welcome, everyone, to Colonels Basketball, live on 105.5 KD Country, the TuneIn app, or kdcountry.com. It's time for the Altavista Colonels and the Cougars of Surry County. I'm Bob Alvis, and today my partner in crime, Ty Gafford. And, Coach, I'll tell you, Altavista's had a great run. You want to keep it going to get positive momentum, even though if you lose today, you're not done.
No, absolutely. I got it. Momentum is a huge, huge factor late in the season. And, yeah, you want to play well, keep that momentum going so you can ride it as long as she'll let you ride.
And yesterday, the Colonels rode a lot of different things went on in yesterday's game, but the Colonels persevered and really got off to a quick start, led by Nelson Dews, and you expect seniors to come through at big time.
Yep, postseason play is all about your leadership, upperclassmen leadership, and if you can get your upperclassmen playing at a high level, kind of help bring those underclassmen along a little bit. Quick start, struggled at points in time during the game, but able to come out with a good win and set them up for what we got this evening.
The Surry County Cougars are the opponent for Altavista today, and let's recognize our fine sponsors that are bringing you this game on the Subway pregame show. English Construction, wishing our high school athletes an exciting and injury-free game. The First National Bank start mobile banking today with our First Nat mobile app. Download it on iTunes or the Google Play today. Finch & Finch Funeral and Cremation Service, a family serving families since 1905. English's, your complete home center, and it is your Pratt & Lambert paint dealer. TCM Industrial Services, serving the Mid-Atlantic region with quality maintenance and construction service. Feller Chevrolet, a short drive will save you money. Also the YouTube sponsor, where you can check out previous games on our YouTube channel. Sonny Merriman, Virginia's premier bus company. The Altavista Office of Economic Development, helping Altavista grow. KCD Maintenance, Can Do It Maintenance. Call 665-1333. David W. Shreve, attorney at law. Get expert legal advice with prompt, straightforward answers. El Cazador, Main Street in Altavista. Try the new menu. Kinlaw Insurance, proudly supporting the Altavista Colonels. Call Mike at 369-5611. And Altavista Appliance, Home and Lawn Center on 7th Street. When we come back, we'll give you keys to the game, starting lineups, and it'll be about time for tip-off. Surry and Altavista right here on 105.5 KD Country.
Hey, this is Mitch at Altavista Appliance Home and Lawn Center. Come check out our large selection of appliances, furniture, mattresses, and lawn care equipment. We carry top brands such as Frigidaire, Whirlpool, Samsung, Maytag, Speed Queen, Best Home Furnishings, Bassett, Ashley, Sealy, Sierra Sleep, and a full line of Husqvarna products. With 0% interest for up to 48 months and customer service you can trust, we will make your buying experience easy and affordable. So come on down and see us today at Altavista Appliance Home and Lawn Center, 606 7th Street, Altavista, Virginia.
Hey, Oscar, my insurance situation isn't too good. I need to find somebody new.
Just call Mike Kinlaw. I've been a customer of his for over 20 years.
Mike Kinlaw, huh? I always knew he was a big Colonel fan.
Well, he's an independent insurance agent, so he can shop around and make sure you get the best rates. I mean, you can go online and try the Lizard or the guy that wears khakis, but hey, he's an Altavista graduate. He supports the teams. He's involved in the community. You can't get more than that.
Sounds like I'm calling Kinlaw Insurance Agency.
Yeah, call Mike at 369-5612.
369-5612.
Recognized for outstanding service and customer satisfaction, Sunny Merriman Incorporated is Virginia's platinum service Thomas-built bus dealer. As Virginia's oldest and most experienced bus distributor, Sunny Merriman Incorporated has been providing buses to schools, churches, medical facilities, and transit agencies for 50 years. Sunny Merriman Incorporated recognized the Altavista boys and girls basketball teams for their outstanding season and wishes them good luck in the playoffs. Go Colonels!
Some people have never tried food at a Mexican restaurant, so we asked Chad Shelton from Shelton's Plumbing and Heating about his experience.
I wasn't so sure what the green stuff was, but they slipped some on my plate one day, and now I won't have a meal without guacamole. Still can't spell it.
At El Cazador Mexican Restaurant, if you have questions, they give you the answers in English. Mexican and American foods, affordable prices, and fast service. Try it today. El Cazador, Main Street, Altavista.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Surry County and Altavista. It's been a matchup that we've seen over the years here on 105.5 KD Country. Some faces change, but the names on the front of the jersey stay the same, and Altavista knows that they're going to see a very athletic and quick group on the Surry side of things, Coach.
Yes, absolutely. They the last few years, that is what is expected today. There's going to be a lot of athletic plays made by both teams, and sure the Surry kids going to be up to the task.
Colonel's Pep Band will play the national anthem. We'll step aside one more time and come back with tip-off right after this on 105.5 KD Country.
You're listening to Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country, WKDE, Altavista, Lynchburg.
Jumpstart your business on a winning note with the Altavista Revolving Loan. An opportunity to score big for your company's future growth. Funds available up to $10,000. Loan rate 1% below prime. Check in with Altavista's Economic Development Director, Dennis Jarvis, at Altavista Town Hall. The Altavista Revolving Loan Fund encourages economic development and enhances community vitality, supporting the Altavista Colonels' winning tradition.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Virginia are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Brought to you by English Construction Company, with offices in Lynchburg.
Have you looked at your business banking fees lately? I'm Sean Stone with First National Bank, and we have the best business accounts which offer serious savings for your company. We have a full menu of business products, from checking accounts and remote deposit capture to online banking. And we have a local merchant card representative who will customize services just for your business. So let First National Bank prepare an analysis of your current activity and show how we will reduce your banking fees. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Back here from Cumberland High School. It's been the site of the regional tournament here, and it's been a very nice site. The staffs have been very receptive, and should be a good one today, Coach, between Altavista and Surry. They're going to start number 0, Brandon Davis, number 11, Monty Pope, number 12, Brandon Jones, number 24, Darius Savage, and number 33, Justin Williams. Colonels will counter with their normal 5 faces: Nelson Hughes, Mateo Malbeck, Daquan Poindexter, Lawrence Galliard, and Josh McClure. Nice rendition of the national anthem too by
Mr. Scales and I work together in the region 1A East. So next time I talk to that dude, I'm gonna have to give him a hard time, man. Well, if you want everybody to leave the gym, you start letting me sing, and I can guarantee you it will scatter out of there.
Let's look at a couple of quick pieces of the game for Altavista. Yesterday I think it was a really saving grace. Lawrence Galliard was in foul trouble for a long time, and I thought they played great without him. So you've learned to play well without the gun.
Yeah, in the postseason, you have to accept that there are going to be times when your best players aren't going to be on the floor, foul trouble, God forbid an injury or something like that, and you have to learn how to win those ball games when you don't have every piece to the puzzle out there. And Colonels did a good job of that yesterday, fighting through some foul trouble and not making a lot of baskets there for a stretch of time. And, they, winning ugly is winning.
Yep, winning ugly is winning. Winner of this game will get Honecker, which might not be a great prize. Honecker with a regular season, but stumbled in the regional tournament. Loser of this game gets towards Witt. Will be at Salem either way. So boys and girls will be at Salem next week, either Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, it should be another great environment up there in Salem Civic Center. I guess it's still the Salem Civic Center. I don't know if it's called any or, .com, something or other, right?
Colonels are dressed in the home white, Altavista written on the front in orange. Numeral is in black, outlined in orange beneath. No outline on the name of the school, Altavista, and the jersey number in black, outlined in orange on that. Surry Cougars are in their gold. Blue striping on the side and a diamond shape written on the front in blue, outlined in white. Numeral is centered beneath, and Altavista is going to go to the left-hand side of your listening device here in the first quarter. Daquan Poindexter gets it over to Nelson Dews between the circle. Nelson looking for somewhere to go. 3 dribbles and hands it back over to Daquan.
Right, Surry out in man-to-man. Not pressuring the ball a lot right away. Just kind of giving space. Trying to deny maybe some passing lanes out top with Lawrence. But they're backing up inside 3-point line right now. Kind of daring the Colonel shoot a jump shot.
McClure pitches back to Nelson. Dews gets into Galliard. Galliard will drive. Kicks to McClure. McClure gathers it. 3-pointer in and out.
That was
rebounded.
Halfway down. Good shot by Josh. Just rallied in and out. And up the floor we go.
Cougars the other way, and there will be some contact. And this will send Monte Pope to the free throw line.
Yeah, I fully expected it to be up and down today with Surry. And so far, that's kind of what we've gotten.
Josh McClure, his first, team's first, and this will send Pope to the stripe for 2. Like we mentioned, you don't go home with a loss today. You just maybe get an unfavorable opponent your first time out, but you're still playing next weekend.
Yeah, and, that's the change that we've gone back to. And, you certainly don't want to go into any next phase of the postseason with a loss, but bright side is you still get to play.
Right.
Still playing.
I talked about it yesterday during the girls' game. You can really lose 3 in a row.
Yeah, absolutely.
To end the season.
Yeah. Surry with a little full court pressure here, Bob. Looking like make us throw it around a little bit.
Dexter tried to get it down low, deflected, comes back into Daquan's hand.
Good job, Daquan.
Up and in off the window.
A little bit of a bad pass there, but he hung with it and showed some toughness. The guy ended him up off the window.
2-all. Cougars with the basketball. It's in the hands of Davis. Davis guarded by Mateo Malbec. Davis gets rid of it to Savage. Savage backdoor to Davis. Galliard with the block. McClure
Good job by Lawrence erasing the backdoor cut there. Nelson let his guy slip behind him, but Lawrence is there to clean it up.
Galliard has it in the corner. Goes back to Dews on the wing. Dews will push it towards the middle. Looking for somewhere to go. Tries to go right. Davis cuts him off. Now over to Daquan Poindexter. Mateo Malbec with it. Malbec squirts ahead of the free throw line.
Good job, man. Right down Broadway, right down the middle of the lane. Great job of protecting the basketball and finish the playoff.
4-2 Altavista in the English's home center first quarter. 6:20 to go in the opening stanza.
Colonel's doing a good job extending their man-to-man pressure a little bit.
Williams got rid of it. Savage has a tough time keeping it in bounds, and he can't keep it in bounds.
Yeah, he was open on the curl cut. Just a tough angle from the top to make that pass. It was a turnover.
Lancaster beat Northumberland in the first game, so Lancaster comes as the 3rd seed out, and Altavista is going to pass it in. Poindexter thought it was on the sideline, but instead it'll be on the baseline. So all 4 teams that were here in the semis are in the state course, which will begin next weekend at a respective site. Dews had it go towards his knees, had to spin down to pick it up. Now McClure gets it right side. McClure.
Good job. You're going to get pressure. You got to make the pressure pay, and with a layup, and that's what we did there again. So be interested to see how long Surry stays in there if they're going to keep giving up layups.
6-2 Altavista Cougars with the jumper from the left side. No good rebound, tapped around into the hands of Malbec. Malbec with the basketball. Malbec dribbles in and bumped out of bounds, and the foul will be called. And it's going to go against number Monte Pope. That's his first. Surry's first.
Colonel's done a good job spacing the floor so far, Bob, and you can see a little zone now. They've gotten beat off the dribble a couple times, so they're changing defense.
Malbec will fire from dead on for 3.
Good job. Mateo's ready to play today.
Triple by Mateo pushes the lead to 7.
Very good.
kind of a carbon copy of what happened yesterday.
Yeah,
quick.
Got out quick and early. Let's see if we can sustain it a little bit. Weren't able to sustain a little bit yesterday.
Steal by Mateo. Coming down the other way. Lost it on the other side. Poindexter's going down to pick it up. Mad scrum for it. And jump ball.
I was going to say in rugby, I think they call that a scrum.
As the arrow goes over to Surry.
Great steal by Mateo there. Get his hand in there and poke the ball away.
You talk about yesterday, I thought Northumberland's defense was phenomenal because it seemed like they had guys just coming out of nowhere.
Watching the game from up where we were sitting in, those kids, give them all the credit in the world. They played very hard yesterday on the defensive end and didn't make a lot of shots, but no, defensively they were as best we've seen all year long, and they caused us a great deal of problems trying to run our offense yesterday.
McClure almost had the steal, but knocked it out of bounds to Surry. Galliard gambles in. Good call by the official. One foot was in, one foot was out.
Thought we might have seen a little rim rattle if Lawrence would have gotten that one. He anticipated the pass and almost knocked it away. Good job by Lawrence. Caused a turnover.
What a year for Lawrence.
He has grown up tremendously over the course of this season, and hopefully a good off-season weight program and continue to work on his game, and he'll be that much better next year.
Dews with the basketball. Dews over to Malbeck. Malbeck squirts it into the aforementioned Lawrence Galliard. Galliard bumps. Galliard gets it back and foul, and Galliard's going to take it up for two.
The thing about Lawrence is that even in the hallways, I see him sometimes. He doesn't look real tall. Doesn't look real big, and then he starts walking towards you, and you're like, you're a good-sized kid. So he's got that frame where he can put a little extra weight on, and, he loves the game of basketball.
And, I think everybody last year at the end thought there was going to be some panic losing the Thornhills, the Johnsons, and a lot of people kind of forget about Michi because he flew under the radar. But I'll tell you, Mateo and Lawrence, and it's just been a cast of characters.
Well, you have to, absolutely. Coach has done a good job. And you have to remember, these are the kids that played against those kids in practice. So for 3 years, they played against a team in the state at this level. So, everybody, said that, but we were cautiously optimistic, to say the least.
The outsiders were surprised.
Absolutely. No. And Coach has done a good job with them.
Surry breaks the pressure. Surry drives over top of Lawrence's outstretched arm, and McClure with the board.
Great move. Just wasn't able to finish off the glass. Colonel's in transition. Should be a layup.
Mormon. Mormon has it blocked, and it's going to stay to Altavista. 4:23 to go in the opening quarter. 10-2. Also familiarity. The Coach Harris coached a lot of these guys on JV.
Right. He had them on JV, so there was some familiarity there. And, credit to him. He's let them play a little bit.
Galliard with it. Galliard triple team. Galliard loses it, picked up by Surry. Cougars will fire it up ahead. Right-handed layup for Davis is in.
See, that's where you like to see Lawrence be a little stronger with the ball. Like, got arms and hands in there, and a little bit stronger, a little bit more physical. You're able to hold on to that basketball and take a little of that contact.
Nelson Dews with it left side. Dews looking for somewhere to go. We'll put it on the floor and head to the top of the key. Now had to pull it back. Dews goes right side to McClure. McClure dribbles to the basket, gets inside, shot up, runner, no good, rebounded by Galliard. Galliard takes it up, no good, might have been deflected. Here comes Surry back the other way.
Josh was off balance there. I'd like to see him finish his right hand. Go up a little stronger, but
no good. Rebound is loose and picked up McClure. He'll get it over to Mateo. Last basket was actually by Monte Pope. He has 4. Surry has 4. Altavista has 10. 3:25 to go in the English's first quarter. Lawrence Galliard pitches back to Nelson Dews. Dews between the circles. Goes right to Chancellor Mormon. Mormon over to Mateo Malbeck. Malbeck looking for somewhere to go. Surry appears to have popped back into a man.
Cut by Nelson there. 3 seconds.
And 3 seconds.
Yeah. Got a little discombobulated on offense. Ball didn't reverse the basketball to the wing. Big man got caught in the lane with 3 seconds. You don't see that call a lot anymore.
Not called often, but when it does, it's like the worst time.
Well, it is. And 3 normally means 7, so it was probably he was probably in the lane 7 seconds. A little full court pressure here. Now the Colonels extending a little bit.
But the funny thing is, it's a rule. It's always been a rule, and probably will be a rule.
Well, most officials are very preventative in that call. They'll tell kids, hey, you're in the lane, get out, get out, get out. But every once in a while, kids forget they're in there, and they get called for it.
I don't think they want anybody pitching a 10.
No, they don't. No, absolutely not.
Pope dribbled and drive, kicked out, shot up by number 33, Williams. No good. Williams gets his own rebound. Williams will take it up again. No good. And the rebound on the third.
Board work there by Surry. They were banging on the boards, offensive boards. Did a good job. We got to do a little bit better job of boxing out.
Marquette Warren Now Nelson.
Good drive and pull up by Nelson. Under control. Little mid-range game there, Bob.
And Surry, coach, got to be unhappy with that. You get two, and then you get back to
absolutely. Nope, no need to work hard on the boards. You're going to go back right down the other end and give it right back.
2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the opening quarter, 12-6. Pope kicks it off. McClure challenged, but could not get the block.
Right now, Surry looks like they just want to break us down off the dribble. Got to cut off at penetration. That was an easy layup.
Lamar Slade with the 2, 12-8. Smallback had it knocked, but picks it right back up. Mormon over to McClure. McClure will try to take the baseline. Josh in big trouble. And takes it up, and foul is going to go against Surry.
Looks like Josh was forcing the issue there a little bit. Looks like he got bailed out, but good play. We'll go to the free throw line, knock 2 of them down.
First foul on Slade, third foul on the Cougars. McClure's first free throw. Bends the knees, release rotation,
Good
flat.
job. Nice.
13-8.
You know, now that I play golf, Bob, I used to think that a 15-footer going swish was the best sound in the world, but I think an 8-footer going in, too, is pretty good sound, too. Right?
You and Kyle and Oscar all share that
absolutely.
mentality.
Well, I can't play basketball anymore, so, and I rarely made any 15-footers anyway.
Well, you can still be crafty.
I can. You're right. You're right.
Not that advanced.
No.
Surry with the basketball. Cougars have it. Davis drives in. Davis puts up a left-handed.
Wow.
Teardrop
Tough shot.
goes.
Yeah. He kind of forced his way into the lane. Again, Surry trying to break us down off the dribble. They're doing a decent job of that. See if we can make an adjustment on that.
Cameron Hughes now in the game for Altavista, joined by Nelson Dews, Daquan Poindexter, Josh McClure, and Chancellor Mormon. McClure,
good ball movement.
Corner to Poindexter. Poindexter will take the baseline
Good
all
job.
the way to the rack.
Great ball movement. Reverse the ball all the way to the corner. Surry was late helping, and that was a very nice job by Mr. Poindexter.
15-10, Altavista up 5. And, you know, Surry kind of one of those teams that Altavista sees during the year that puts up maybe not the most orthodox shots.
No, they come from different places, different angles. You don't quite know what to expect in terms of offense. So, yeah, something that we should be accustomed to.
Mormon trying to fight through the screen. Slade kind of leaning on him as well.
Yeah, there's not a lot of motion.
Driving
in
in,
their
Hughes
offense.
had it deflect off his hand, and Surry the last one to touch.
Yeah.
So 45-3
not
to
a
go.
lot of motion in their offense. Again, this kind of look like they try and break you down one-on-one and maybe play to a mismatch somewhere and get an advantage.
Cougars want a timeout. We'll take it as well. 30-second break comes with 45.3 to go in the first quarter. Altavista leads by 5 on KD Country.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving families since 1905.
Life is full of opportunities to show someone we love them. One such opportunity is the funeral or memorial service. Finch and Finch helps you celebrate the relationships they shared and honors the memory of your loved one.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving families since 1905.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Bob Alvis, Coach Ty Gafford, and engineer extraordinaire Eleanor Haney all on board with you today. A rare Sunday Virginia High School League Hoops game.
High school hoops on Sunday.
Nelson Dews with the basketball. Dews will drive. 2 guys up top with him, Galliard and McClure. Now they'll split off.
Looked like they were going to run a little set there. Surry did a decent job of defending it, so Nelson kind of
Dews
plan
kicks
B.
to McClure. McClure will go for plan 3. No good. Rebounded by Surry with 22 seconds to go. Cougars with the basketball with the gold Lakerish colors.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to hear about the Lakers. Maybe the Magic Johnson era.
Williams
era
drives.
Lakers.
No good. Board. Short. No good. Third try. No good. And tug of war. And they're going to call a foul, actually, I believe, on the baseline.
Right now they're pounding the boards like the Lakers. Worthy and Kareem and Shaq and anybody else. We've got to do a better job of boxing out right now. We're going to jump to get the ball instead of finding the body and clearing the space out.
Galliard picked up the foul, his first, team second. And it comes with 4.1 seconds to go here in the English's first quarter. Cougars may be not aware of the clock, but they find a wide open man and traveling the call.
He was wide open in the middle of the lane. Somebody missed their assignment.
Surry incredulous, saying there was a ball fake. Colonels have 0.3 seconds to go.
Colonels got lucky there.
And Dews is going to pick it up and hoist it from half court, and it's too strong. No good. So we played one quarter here from Cumberland. 15-10 Altavista. We're back in a minute on KD Country.
PCM Industrial Services recognizes the importance of high school athletics by sponsoring this award-winning broadcast. PCM Industrial Maintenance and Construction Specialists providing welding, millwright, erection, and fabrication services to all forms of industry throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. From offices in Altavista, PCM Industrial Services congratulates the Altavista basketball teams on another successful season. Good luck in the playoffs. Go Colonels.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
Colonels come out of quarter number one with a lead, 15-10 over the Surry County Cougars. Bob Alvis, Coach Ty Gafford alongside, and Coach, general impressions from the first quarter.
Yeah, expected good first quarter by the Colonels, absolutely. Expected a little bit more transition from both teams, maybe. Surry not showing a lot of continuity on offense. Colonels did a good job moving the basketball, taking driving lanes when they found them. Colonel's got a size advantage.
Yep.
Let's really see if we can maybe start to get that thing inside, take advantage of that size we got down low.
And, I think what we've seen, too, out of the past when it was Region A, Region B, a lot of those Region A teams kind of have that freewheeling offense, and it works.
It does.
A lot during their regular season.
Absolutely.
But then when they hit a team,
no, and, when teams scouting reports start to develop and more teams see you play, if you don't have some type of continuity or passing game or something like that, and just rely on breaking people down off the dribble, it's not going to sustain itself. Not with good coaching late in the postseason as you get.
McClure with the basketball behind the arc now gets it over to Nelson Dews. Colonels, 30 seconds have just elapsed and no real look for a shot. Nelson will take a look, front iron, no good. Rebound loose, picked up by Surry.
Good fight by Mateo. Did a good job running some clock, but then we settled for a 21-footer. So I don't know if that was the shot the coach wanted there.
Davis cut off, throws it back. Long three by Williams. Woo! Williams from Buckingham.
That looked like it was from Buckingham there, Bob. Wow. That was from way out. Good shot, young man.
Surry now only down by 2 as well. 7 minutes to go in the English's second quarter. McClure drives in. McClure, nice bounce pass. Scored it in.
Nelson wasn't ready for it, though. It was a good deal. Good job there, Mateo. A little jump shot in the lane.
17-13.
Got to be ready for that. Got to know where the ball is all the time. Got to know where you are. Be aware where you are and where the ball is. Nelson would have had a layup there if he'd have been ready.
Cougars with the basketball. They'll hand over to Williams, who just popped about a 30-footer for Surry.
This one might go from the pep man.
Williams drives all the way and had it blocked by Galliard. McClure will chase it down and keep it in.
Good job. He did a decent job driving, but he on his shot, and Lawrence was able to square his shoulders and get the block.
Dews with the pass.
Great
Then
play
got
by
the steal
Nelson.
back. Galliard drives in and lays it up.
What a play by Nelson Dews. Great play to steal that ball. Lawrence with the finish. Great athletic play by Nelson.
Dews really atoned. The pass was a little errant, and then Dews, I think, was just in the air with a jump at the same time.
Remember, Nelson played football. He looked like a DB going up there and intercepting that one.
19-13, long three by the Cougars. It's short, rebounded by number 24, Savage. Savage pops it back out. Now they'll go underneath to Davis. Davis can't finish the bunny, rebounded by Dews. Nelson breaks down the press with a dribble over to Poindexter. Poindexter's going to be fouled. And the foul will go against Zero Davis.
Great bounce pass by Nelson. Once again, like see Daquan go off both feet there, be a little stronger, going to the rack, take a little contact, and make that basket. See if he can knock these 2 free throws down.
Colonels, who were only up by 2, have went back on a 4-0 run and now pushed the lead back to 6.
Yeah, our transition offense is giving them some problems. They aren't doing a real good job of running back. I think we're a little deeper than they are, so again, it might play into our hands come later in the game.
Colonels have been running about 8, or has Coach Harris put it 8.5?
Yeah, about 8.5.
Which half
and that's
was going,
the
upper body or the lower body?
Whichever half shows up at night is the one you go with.
Poindexter can't hit either free throw. Colonels lead 19-13 with 5:38, and a foul against Poindexter.
8.5 is better than 5.
Right,
I can tell you
absolutely.
that. Want to have 8.5.
And, the funny thing is, postseason, as you get deeper in the season, the rotation shortens.
Yeah, you do. You play if you got 8 or 9, 10 kids during the regular season, you probably get it to about 8 that you can really count on late in the season.
Norman guarding Williams. Williams gives it up. It's in the hands of Savage. Savage hands back to Williams. Williams will fire from 3. No good. I think Norman got a piece.
Yeah, it looked like he got hit on the elbow there. They didn't call it. Chancellor kind of stupidly ran down the floor. We'll take it.
McClure drives in, kicks to Galliard. Galliard free throw line jumper, no good. I tell you, if Lawrence adds that to his game a lot.
Well, he's going to have to work on it. It's not a bad shot. He was in rhythm, but I don't know if that's the best shot he can take.
Dews with the steal. Colonels have numbers. 4-on-2, but Dews lost the handle, and it's going to go back the other way to Surry.
Nelson just took his eyes off. He saw the defender coming at him, lost the basketball.
4:55 to go here in the English's second quarter before we hit the Subway halftime show. Monte Pope will bring it up. Pope, only a freshman.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
He's got a little wide-eyed there at times, but he's doing a decent job.
What trust, too, to put a freshman out
absolutely.
in a big game like this.
Yeah.
Driving in, stripped, and then picked up by the Cougars.
Yeah, but what that also tells me is the kid's probably got a little moxie, too.
Yep.
If he's out there as a freshman.
Ransom with the bucket. 19-15. Those Cougars' numbers are hard to read. Sometimes you got to wait till they run back up the
till
court
they run back. That's right.
Dews drives in. Dews puts up a shot from the right of the lane.
Another good pull-up by Nelson.
Colonel's up 6 with 4 minutes to go.
Mid-range game is a lost art in basketball, Mr. Travis.
I've said that as well.
You don't see a lot of kids pulling up 15 feet anymore. It's either they're all or nothing.
Colonels go downstairs with it as well. Ball went onto the floor. McClure went after it. Couldn't hit it. Galliard bobbles it around. Now picked up by Surry. They find the loose chain. Second try is going to be good.
Once again, the Colonels being outworked on the offensive board. As big as we are down there, we got to do a little better job of that.
21-17.
Nelson's feeling it.
No good. Sometimes I always think it can be a danger when you're feeling it because the basket maybe gets a little bit too big too quick.
Yeah, but you got a good shooter like Nelson. Sometimes you have to kind of heat check it a little bit, see what you got going on.
Maul back with it, and Colonels might slow it down just a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like they may be trying to slow the tempo down here a little bit. Bob, just kind of observation. But I think both teams' legs look a little heavy. I don't know what you think. I don't know those back-to-back game nights when it comes tournament time. But
McClure is fouled. Foul is going to go against number 14, Ransom. Well, I really think, Colonels got a little bit of the break by playing at 2 yesterday to where they almost got a full 24 hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
To where Surry played at 8. Now, granted, they don't have as far to get here as Altavista does,
absolutely.
But still, that's
well, you'd like to think, kids with young legs, but at the same time, it can still impact you, playing them.
Everybody talks about, in AAU, you play 2 or 3 in a day.
Yeah.
And I think maybe if you kept the legs going, but you sat the legs for 24 hours or less. And,
I know in our experiences at camp, our kids always did better when they did play a couple games a day. It's like when you played a morning game and then play again until either the next morning or later on that evening or something, that's when the legs started to show you're a little tired. So
22-17 as McClure sank the first free throw with 3:05 to go in quarter 2. Second free throw.
Good job by Josh there.
Duplicate, 23-17.
Both of them.
Colonels have really gotten better at the line, too.
Yes,
that line was a house of horrors at the beginning of the year.
That has been something that has steadily improved over the course of the season. And as you know, in the postseason, you have got to make the free throws. Got to make the free throws.
Wide open was Savage. Galliard comes back with a block, but I think Coach Harris upset that Savage caught that ball so wide open.
Yeah, nobody around him. And, Lawrence sometimes will get caught making up for a mistake defensively with his athletic ability. He's able to do that.
5 seconds.
But you can't let a guy catch the ball clean in the lane. Against a really good basketball team, that's either a basket or basket and a foul.
Right. I don't know about the legs, but the body language of Surry right now, not the greatest in the world.
No, not the greatest in the world. Looking a little frustrated. Only down 6, so...
in the second quarter, mind you.
Yeah,
so,
right. Still
long way to go.
Still a lot of basketball left.
Cameron Hughes over to Mormon. Mormon will pull it back out. Mormon, Galliard, McClure, Maulback, and Hughes on the floor.
And it may be a situation, Bob, where they haven't been down all year long. And you got to know how, if you've never been down, you don't know how you're going to respond to being down. And it may be the, one of a few examples of these kids being behind at the start of a basketball game.
Ball in the hands of Chancellor Moorman. No 5-second call. Moorman puts them all back, and last touch is going to be off of Mateo. Good defense by number 11, Monte Pope.
Pass a little too far from Chancellor to Mateo. You want to keep passing distance, probably anywhere from 15 to 16 feet. Chancellor got a little wide of that, and then guy was able to step in there and get in the passing lane and cause a turnover.
2 minutes to go here in the English's second quarter. Lob down low. McClure picks it up.
Yeah, little flex cut. He was open again. We're trailing that flex cut. And if you play puppy dog on that flex cut, you're not going – guys going to catch it.
Malbec drove in, couldn't get the shot to fall, but he will go to the free throw line. Foul is going to be against Brandon Jones.
Haven't heard from Mateo the last little bit. He's kind of had a little flurry there to start
off
the game.
good, yeah. Yep.
And then he kind of went away from us. So hopefully he knocked his 2 free throws down.
Colonels will be shooting the rest of the way, as that was team foul number 6. Next foul will be team foul number 7, as Nelson Dews is going to check back in. Dews, McClure, Moorman, Galliard, and Malbec. 5 Colonels on the floor. 24-17 Altavista. With a minute 53 to go. Malbec misses a second. And I think they called a foul against the Colonels on Chancellor Moorman.
Yeah, Chancellor, I don't know what he's thinking there. He doesn't have to get that rebound. I mean, I kind of applaud the hustle, but at the same time, you got to be a little bit smarter than that.
And Chancellor's getting, a play in a regional game, and he has not had that a lot in the past. So really a new experience for Chancellor as well, as Moorman picks up the steal. Moorman coming down the other way. Ran into some trouble, and Surry came away with it. Cougars now have numbers. 5-on-3 for a moment, driving in, and the layup will not fall down. Was every bit on the rim. 3-pointer up. McClure challenges and blocks it. And now they're going to call a foul against Surry. Mateo wanted to travel, but they said the foul came first. And the foul is against Moorman, his second in just a matter of moments.
Yeah, that was just a kind of strange possession there. There's kind of a lot going on, and eventually Surry ended up with the basketball, able to get a foul.
Officials, I believe, out of the Tri-Cities, if they're from the same spot they were yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this bunch called it a little tighter, though.
Long three, wow.
Wow. That's a freshman.
That's from Appomattox.
Yeah, that was the first one was from Buckingham. That might have been from my hometown.
Pope for 3.
Holy cow.
24-20.
Not bashful.
Nor is Surry going away.
No.
Poindexter. Bad pass. Was too low. Picked up by the Cougars. Pull-up jumper off the window and in for Justin Williams. 24-22. 51 seconds to go. And I would assume with this Surry momentum Altavista would probably like to hold for 1.
Yeah, you would think the kids respond here. Got a little adversity.
McClure backing down, taking some contact, and they're going to say Josh traveled.
Yeah. Josh got stuck in the lane, nowhere to go, picked up his dribble, and Surry did a good job of closing it off and causing a turnover.
36.5. Now maybe the Cougars can hold for 1. But at the same time, maybe if Surry feels their offense is good enough, they can get 2 and get a lead. Pope with the jumper. Back plate, no good. Rebound, McClure.
Great rebound by Josh. That was a very strong rebound there. Two-hand aggressive rebound.
McClure will drive all the way down, leaves it for Malbec. Mateo with the layup.
Good job.
26-22 with 12 seconds left.
Job, Josh.
Surry with the basketball. Pope looking for somewhere to go. He's in trouble. Finds it. Long 3. Back from Buckingham on that one. Dews with the steal. Over to McClure. McClure lays it up. No good. Too strong.
Good job by Nelson to pass ahead. Just weren't able to convert there at the end of the half.
So we'll head to the Subway halftime show. The score is Surry 22. Altavista leads with 26. Back after this on 105.5 KD Country.
Is there a painting project on your to-do list? English's Home Center has added an additional line of paints. English's features Pratt & Lambert Lifetime Warranty Red Seal exterior paints. Choose from hundreds of stunning, beautiful designer colors. Pratt & Lambert interior or exterior paints. Value price to save you money. Pratt & Lambert paints. Never compromise.
English's is your complete home center.
On North Main Street, Altavista.
Life happens. Divorce, family problems, criminal charges, civil litigation, personal injury cases. Turn to David W. Shreve, an experienced attorney at law. David W. Shreve has been practicing law for over 30 years. free consultation for personal injury cases. David W. Shreve wishing good luck to the Altavista boys basketball team in the playoffs. Go Colonels! David W. Shreve, located 7th Street, Altavista, or by phone 369-6621.
Brother needs a pickup, sister wants a ride. Uncle needs a sports car to keep him satisfied. Mama, she wants comfort, luxury and style. And Daddy, he just wants a deal that's gonna make him smile. Everybody's happy, you can hear them all say, we're glad we went to Fellas Chevrolet. Competition for all dealers in Central VA. A short drive will save you money. Fellas Chevrolet in Altavista.
KCD Maintenance. Kenny can do it. If you've got a home or business maintenance issue, Kenny can do it. Call 665-1333. That's 665-1333 for KCD Maintenance. Painting, building maintenance, minor construction, and more. Kenny can do it. Call 665-1333. Again, that's 665-1333. KCD Maintenance.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Colonels with a 4-point advantage at the half, as I'm joined by Coach Ty Gafford. And, Coach, I'll tell you, your Hoos yesterday, all they do is make half-court shots at games.
I tell you what, great environment in there in JPJ last night. And Coach Bennett has done a phenomenal job with the Wahoos, man. It goes back to the days, dare I say, Ralph and boys, when they used to pack it in the U-Haul.
Well, as long as they don't see Michigan State in the NCAA tournament, that's been
no. I tell you what.
Years.
Well, and you're right, and they wear green. So, and Tom Izzo has done a fantastic job of keeping those kids focused. And I would not want to play Spartans late in the season.
And I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to have to try to keep kids at this point in high school as well. You get so antsy to get that next game, but I think Troy Harris is done a great job of keeping the Colonels focused on the one game at a time.
Yep, absolutely.
And the most important game is the next game.
The next game, and that should be the motto from now until however long it takes. One game at a time, one practice, and one step at a time. Can't get too far ahead. Can't get too high. Can't get too low.
Subway halftime show. Eat fresh, eat often at Subway. 3 locations to choose from: Main Street, inside Walmart, and at Foster Fuels. $6 footlongs for the rest of the month of February, so you got maybe a day and a half left. So grab you a few: breakfast, lunch, dinner. Never a wrong choice at Subway.
My wife Kim, Bob, my wife Kim, and her friend Leslie. Shout out to them. She just texted me. LC Hornet 62-60 ODAC champions.
Wow. Hornet,
congratulations, Coach Scott.
Women and men. And I'll tell you, every year you talk about a great tournament team and a great tournament coach. Clay Nunley at Randolph gets those guys in it every year.
Absolutely.
And,
yes, right.
You got to think through that Randolph program still in its infancy.
Right.
As it hadn't been long
Absolutely.
around, but maybe
I played against Hillary when he was at Roanoke and I was at LC, and I can tell you that I'm very proud to be a Hornet. Coach Scott has done a tremendous job with the LC basketball program over the last few years.
Well.
He is fantastic. I've gotten to know him and known him for a while, and couldn't find a finer man.
We're going to talk more about this one when we come back. The Colonels lead 26-22 over Surry. You're listening to all the action on 105.5 KD Country.
Hey, this is Mitch at Altavista Appliance Home and Lawn Center. Come check out our large selection of appliances, furniture, mattresses, and lawn care equipment. We carry top brands such as Frigidaire, Whirlpool, Samsung, Maytag, Speed Queen, Best Home Furnishings, Bassett, Ashley, Sealy, Sierra Sleep, and a full line of Husqvarna products. With 0% interest for up to 48 months and customer service you can trust, we will make your buying experience easy and affordable. So come on down and see us today at Altavista Appliance Home and Lawn Center, 606 7th Street, Altavista, Virginia.
Recognized for outstanding service and customer satisfaction, Sonny Merriman Incorporated is Virginia's platinum service Thomas-built bus dealer. As Virginia's oldest and most experienced bus distributor, Sonny Merriman Incorporated has been providing buses to schools, churches, medical facilities, and transit agencies for 50 years. Sonny Merriman Incorporated recognized the Altavista boys and girls basketball teams for their outstanding season and wishes them good luck in the playoffs. Go Colonels!
Jumpstart your business on a winning note with the Altavista revolving loan. An opportunity to score big for your company's future growth. Funds available up to $10,000. Loan rate 1% below prime. Check in with Altavista's Economic Development Director, Dennis Jarvis, at Altavista Town Hall. The Altavista Revolving Loan Fund encourages economic development and enhances community vitality, supporting the Altavista Colonel's winning tradition.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
Subway halftime show continues with Altavista having the lead 26-22. Before we get to some scoring numbers, Coach, keys to the second half in your eyes for both squads.
Well, I think Altavista, if we can continue with business as usual, maybe again, I'd still like to see us get the ball inside a little more. I don't think we've taken advantage of it. That's a testament to Surry maybe in the defense, but with a size advantage, I'd like to see that thing go in the paint. It's a lot closer to, a lot easier to make it when you're closer to the basket.
Right.
So for Surry, I think maybe taking some better shots, maybe getting a little more movement offensively. They've got a couple of kids that have been kind of holding them in it right now. I think the key for them would be obviously to take some better shots and work to get the ball near to the basket also.
Halftime numbers for Altavista. They are led by Mateo Malbec. He has 10. Josh McClure with 5. Daquan Poindexter, Nelson Doozy with 4, and Lawrence Galley 3 on the other side. Monte Pope has 7 for Surry. Williams has 5, and then Davis, Savage, Ransom, Slade, and Warren all with 2.
Yeah, so
balanced
scoring. It is balanced scoring on everybody there, with everybody there. So, but obviously with Surry, for them, number 33 is that the Pope kid with 7.
33 is Williams. Pope is 11,
okay.
The freshman.
11. 33 and 11 are definitely two kids that look like they are the shoulder the scoring load most of the time.
And I think if you're Surry, the thing about it is, my dad always told me if you're going to eat an elephant, you eat it one bite at a time. You don't have to eat it all
Don't
at
eat
one
the
time.
whole thing, man. That's right.
If you get down 4, 6, or even worse, you don't have to get it all back at one time.
You preach as the coach that there aren't any 4-point shots. Only 4-point shot, you guys, you can take in a 3 and get fouled, make a free throw. But there's no spot on the floor where you get 4 points from. So chip away, have good possessions, play good defense, and then do the best you can.
Colonels with the 4-point lead as we're about a minute and 50 seconds away from the second half, according to the board. Surry not back out yet, so maybe a long pep talk for the Cougars. I don't hate the effort if I'm Surry. I think the effort has been there.
No, the effort's been good. Both teams have given a necessary effort. I don't know if both have been as efficient as they needed to have been, but I do think the Colonels have been a little bit more efficient on the offensive end than Surry has.
I think from my layman's terms, it would look like, you can't, if you're Surry, you can't let your body language get down for so long to where you let the Colonels get 4 or 6 pretty quick, and then you're in a little bit more of a hole than you want to be. Next week, it'll be at the Civic Center in Salem, either a Friday or a Saturday tilt, and it will be a doubleheader, I would assume, hopefully, if you can get it that way. I counted today, Coach, and I believe 9 teams will be hosting at the Civic Center. So
it'll be it is going to be a long day. Hopefully the Colonels can go back-to-back. We really like to be able to get our crowd there, our support, and have our young ladies and our young our men play back-to-back games.
If you're a coach, do you want to play that Friday game to keep things as in much routine as you can?
Oh, yeah. I personally, I would.
Right.
I was always fearful of playing games when we weren't in school.
Right.
I don't know what the phenomena is with that, but I don't know if kids' biorhythms get off or something, but I would much rather have been in school and play that day than to not play and wait on a Saturday.
And Kyle Haney and I talked about it earlier. This is a Subway halftime show, by the way. We helped the VHSL out and figured it out. Maybe you get 3 games on Friday and 6 on Saturday at Salem. Maybe start at 10 a.m. and then 10, 12.
Yeah,
4,
there you
6,
go.
8. See, Kyle and I already did the legwork. We didn't schedule.
You need to call that in tomorrow.
We
see
held,
what kind of response you get.
I don't think the VHSL
it's a great idea.
needs my input more as it
well,
wanted.
it's a great environment up there.
Right.
It's all day of basketball on a Saturday. I don't know what better way in the wintertime maybe to spend that. So
and really, in a way, a blessing that Fort Chiswell is Altavista's opponent on the girls' side. It could have been Northwood, I believe, and if that had been the case, Altavista was going to Wise.
We were going all the way out to UVA Wise.
You need to leave tomorrow.
Right.
If you want to make Make
Mr. Hubbard and I,
trip.
we had talked about who was going to draw the short straw to make FR.
So
good to see the girls play, but that's a long way to go.
Cougars will start on the left-hand side. Altavista will start on our right. You can always listen at kdcountry.com, the TuneIn app, or on 105.5 if you're going to want to hear any games or hear any old games on our YouTube channel, sponsored by the good folks.
Surry comes out, Bob, looking like they're going to show a little bit more, a little bit more continuity in offense. Tough shot there. Fought for the rebound, lost it out of bounds, but you can tell the adjustment at halftime maybe was running a little bit more of a set play or set plays for them when they came out.
Savage could not get the shot out. Altavista will have it the other way. Mateo Malbeck. Beautiful facilities here at Cumberland. If you've ever been to the old gym, I'm glad we're in this gym.
Absolutely. This is fantastic. A lot of room. Everybody can sit comfortably and watch the game. What I like is the space behind the basket for the kids. High school kids now have gotten so big and strong to have more space.
3-on-0 for the Cougars. Layup, no good. Rebounded by Dude.
To have space underneath the basket if a kid gets fouled or something is very good.
Daquan for three from the corner, too strong. McClure with the rebound, gave it to Galliard, and Galliard with the easy layup. McClure, I think, probably could have taken that one, but Galliard right there, and Josh will get a
that's a 4-point swing. I mean, 3 on none, you miss a layup, and then to give up a bucket down the other end. That was pretty surprising turn of events there.
You talk about messing with things between the ears. Surry not being able to hit that shot as Brandon Davis got in the air, found nobody to pass to. By the time he got it off, he had already come back down.
Bob, there's only one reason you leave your feet. Shoot it.
Yep.
You don't leave with the pass.
Spoken from a true shooter.
You don't leave your feet to throw it to somebody else. You leave your feet to shoot the potato.
And it's normally you leave your feet, and if you're not going to shoot the potato, as you put it, you're really stuck in there.
Yeah, and you got nowhere to go. Exactly right.
Hughes with the basketball. Hughes over to Galliard. Galliard between the circles, gives it off to Hughes. Hughes will put it on the floor. Now hold it back beyond the three-point line. Hughes drives in with the left.
Tough shot there by Nelson.
Right, Poindexter smacks it back out. Malbeck, jumper back plate, no good. Galliard takes it up, no good. A lot of contact going. Galliard takes it up again, no good, and the foul will be called against the Cougars.
Tough job there by Lawrence. Again, I think our size started to take hold here. Nelson, tough shot by Nelson there, but Lawrence battled on the boards and able to put it back up and get fouled.
Yesterday we saw, I think, about 11 fouls in the first 11 minutes. It seemed like today, 11 fouls total in the first half.
Yeah, a little cleaner game. Officiating crew, I think, maybe a little more experienced.
But some of these plays could be called fouls, and they were called fouls yesterday, so I think both, at least Altavista, I didn't get to see Surry last night, but, really having to adjust to a different style.
Right, and you have to tell your kids to adjust. I mean, they have to figure out how the officials are calling it, and then they got to make the necessary adjustments in their play. Some guys let you be a little more physical, others don't, so you got to adjust to that.
Galliard sinks two, and the Colonels' lead has moved to 8, 30-22, 5:55 to go in the English's third quarter. Cougars drive all the way down off the hands of Malbeck, and then ricocheted off Hughes and pinballed over to Surry.
Got to corral that basketball. We forced a tough shot, and we didn't get the rebound.
Williams. Left hand switches over to his right. A foul against Poindexter, and it will be 2 shots.
That's 2 on him. Daquan's doing a good job defensively on their best scorer, and his size, I think, is causing his kids a problem.
Williams misses the first back iron. And I'll tell you, I always look at, once you're down in a hole by about 8, in the second half especially, you almost have to become 100% free throw shooting.
Yeah, you do. You can't miss. Clock stop. Got to score when the clock stops. Particularly in high school basketball. Got to knock it in.
Second shot, front ironed as well.
Missed both of them.
So Surry, who beat Lancaster to get here today, facing an 8-point hill right now, is Altavista with the lead.
Yeah. Like to see Colonels be patient here. Good ball screen by Nelson.
Malbeck fell.
Yeah, he jump stopped, nowhere to go.
Surry back the other way, and Mormon is going to get called for the foul, his third.
Teo got in the lane, really nowhere to go, turned it over.
I like, if you're going to foul in that situation, I like at least you're going to foul the guy hard enough to where he's going to make a shot.
It should mean, as the Pistons used to say, no layups in the playoffs, man. The bad boys. No, nothing dirty.
Right.
Nothing dirty, but at the same time, you don't want to give up a layup.
Shot is up and in by Pope. Cameron Hughes will check back in. Hughes has been a spark plug for Altavista when I've
Cameron
seen
came
him.
in. He has been. He came in, did nice things yesterday. And, you know, at times when under control, he can be a little bit of a mismatch problem with his size and his range. You know, I think Cameron gets a little too fast at times. Game gets a little too fast for him. But when he's under control, he can give you some contribution.
And Cameron's not the only person that has that problem in high school basketball. A lot of kids don't see the game.
No. I mean, that's just me, obviously, you know, just as an observer watching the game. But no, and you can say that about any high school basketball player, absolutely.
Galliard with the basketball, drives all the way down, and they'll call a foul on the floor. And again, I mean, a lot of these guys, I continue to preach it, a lot of these guys have not played big playoff meaningful minutes until this year's playoffs.
No, this is all new and different to them. So good job there. This is new and different to a lot of them. So the first time you play in an environment like this, or next week in Salem, you got to handle your emotions, you got to handle the crowd, the lights, and the whole 9 yards. So
Slade picked up 2 fouls in just about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
The second one ended up being an and one.
Right. Good job by Lawrence using left hand there too to finish the play.
And Galliard will look to push this lead 9. Then you talk about you like the open air here a little bit, and it's not, I mean, it's open, not greatly open, but more open than an old school gym had been. But I'll tell you, next week you're going to see open.
Yeah,
Salem
open.
and
You know,
VCU.
the thing about coaching and playing the Salem, and I've been fortunate enough to do both, is that basket looks like it's just sitting out there in the middle of nowhere. So that's an adjustment that kids always have to make.
4:45 to go in the third. 33-24 Altavista here in the English's third quarter. They'll kick it down low. Surry gets the Savage with a shot on the block,
Good
and
job
it's
there.
33-26.
We were playing in one of our playoff games. I was coaching the Heritage Bob. The kids walked in and shoot around, and one of my best players took a 10-footer from about 10 feet, and it went about 6 feet. She looked at me, and I said, you got to shoot it a little harder.
Steal from Surry. Pope for 3. No good. Rebounded by Cameron Hughes. Hughes gets rid of it to Dews. Dews back to Maul, back over to McClure. And
Good
Colonel
job.
finish.
Nice break there. Good unselfish basketball.
35-26.
Wow.
And they're going to call a foul against Dews, I believe, on the floor.
Yeah, look like it might have been a little bit of travel, but
Association rules on a Sunday, maybe?
yeah, that's right. One more step. NBA is played on Sundays, right?
Right, absolutely. Cougars drive in, wild shot, and that's going to be 2. I don't know how much Justin Williams got fouled or how much he really sold that one.
Well, I think it's a little of both, but, you know, he's a big, strong, physical kid, and he is willing to go in there looking to take some contact and not shying away from that. So
Dews is second in a matter of moments.
we got to do a better job of keeping him out of the lane.
Williams sinks the first, 35-27, as Daquan Poindexter will check back in for Cameron Hughes. Coach Harris's rotation really today has gotten really short.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys have been on the floor, I think, pretty much the whole game, it feels like. Second free throw goes down as well, 35-28.
See Surry extending pressure a little bit, just kind of man-to-man, soft man-to-man. At some point, you think, though, they would have to maybe try and extend it a little further.
Colonel's called for backcourt. Troy Harris thought there was a touch. No call, and
Wow.
Cougars are going to take it.
It appeared that the Surry kid hit the ball.
If he didn't hit the ball, I thought he hit Josh.
He hit something. Yeah, he hit something or someone that caused the ball to go back court.
He hit a moving object.
Right.
Was it orange or was it
Yeah.
a white jersey?
I was
35-28.
I was surprised by that myself.
Shot short, and basketball barely kept in bounds. Cougars with it, and offensive foul the other way.
Moving screen there. He's got to be set. Wasn't set. A little bit delay call there, but we were able to get it.
Foul goes against Savage. You Surry guys had their backs turned as the Colonels were getting it off the
great
court.
cut
Maul
there.
back underneath, gets
Good
loose.
job. Rotate the basketball. Find the laps in the defense. There it was. I'll tell you on the curl cut.
Colonels
Really
up 9.
nice job.
And Surry will take a timeout. So will we. 37-28 Altavista. 3:13 to go in quarter number 3 on KD Country.
Good food, low prices, and great service keep customers coming back for more day after day at El Cazador Mexican Restaurant in Altavista. El Cazador is now open all afternoons, so you can buy anytime, any day, 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. El Cazador Mexican Restaurant, a great place to unwind and relax with friends. Open 7 days a week, Main Street, Altavista. El Cazador thanks you for your business and making them the #1 Mexican restaurant in town.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Surry County Cougars will inbound as Nelson Dews is going to guard Brandon Jones, the inbounder. Jones gets it over. Number 33, Justin Williams. Williams goes baseline, and Galliard set his feet. Good position.
Great job by Lawrence to help out Daquan. Daquan reached, got beat, but Lawrence was there to step in and sacrifice for the team and take a charge. Nice job by Lawrence Galliard.
Team foul number 5 against the Cougars. Only the first one on Williams. 3:06 to go here in the English's third quarter. Colonel's looking to go up double digits.
Yeah, Colonel's have kind of steadily stretched that lead a little bit. Basket here will go a long way in making that mountain just a little bit higher.
Pointer lobbed into McClure, and McClure fouled from the backside.
Yeah. Looked like a little open post set there. Got Josh coming across the lane. Being as strong as he is, he's able to draw that foul.
Colonels will be shooting on their next free throw as Williams gets the foul. Galliard sweeping down the lane. No good on the layup. Rebounded by Surry. Cougars had about 4 yellow jerseys around it. McClure with the block. Here comes Malbeck the other way. Malbeck taking some contact as well. Spinning around from it. Malbeck's jumper is up. No good. Rebounded by Surry. And Malbeck going to get called for the foul. Things getting a little fast here in Cumberland.
Yeah, Mateo did a good job getting the ball to the floor. He got in the lane, so I'm not unhappy with the shot at all. I mean, it was a good shot. It just didn't go in.
2 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Altavista leads by 9. Surry back the other way. Ball squirted under Lawrence Galliard's wickets and hit one of the wickets as well.
Yeah, and then went right through the wickets. Good job by Mateo, though, to poke it from behind, knock it ahead. Maybe Lawrence paying a little more attention, might have been able to grab that one.
Cougars with the basketball. Cougars will lob it back out. Brandon Jones with it. Jones spins in. Jones gets in the lane over the outstretched paw of McClure. No good. Rebound comes down to Poindexter. And a foul against Surry. Williams saying he got hit in the head.
I tell you, the kids from Surry get to the basket, but when they are getting there, there is a hand in their face or somebody standing there. The Colonels have done a great job all afternoon of making them shoot over someone, and that's really good team defense.
Surry will live to see another day as well, as they will be the 2nd seed, and they will host the 3rd seed from the West. Poindexter hits the first. He'll get a second.
Next weekend, there'll be kids driving all over the state of Virginia to play basketball, Bob.
And Surry will probably host at, I would think, VCU maybe?
Probably, yeah.
Second shot up, no good, back iron, and rebound comes down to the Cougars.
Which is always...
And a whistle blew.
Which is always surprising that they let people on the floor of the state basketball tournament for state basketball tournament. Right. I've always been intrigued by that. Because that's an advantage if you're able to make it
right.
back.
Yep.
I mean, that's a huge advantage.
Colonel's girls saw it in a regional quarter or a state quarter a few years back.
Absolutely.
As the road team.
Yeah, right.
And I believe got the win. They were down to like 7 players that day.
It either plays into your favor or against you, but if you're fortunate enough to play a game there and win and then go back, I mean, you're kind of used to the surroundings already.
A foul on Cameron Hughes, and I will be the one to say all big courts are not the same.
No. That's, I mean, as big as as open as Salem is, VCU's a whole nother animal.
Pope at the line to shoot too. Now, I always thought it behooved, too, your former team that you coached, Heritage, with so much open air. I mean, you really have...
Yeah, our kids didn't have as much of an adjustment when we traveled on the road to playing games like that and gyms like that because of the open end at Heritage that we put on.
It's funny because you'll always see, normally that state semifinal game is kind of the uglier game because teams still have to adjust.
They have to adjust to it, yeah, absolutely.
Hughes puts up a runner and gets
Good
it
job
to go.
there. Cameron did a great job getting in the lane and using that length to finish high and drop in the teardrop. Very nice.
Altavista has moved back up double digits. The foul is the other way. And now we've gotten into Foul Fest 2016 edition here a little bit. Minute 46 to go in the English's third quarter. As Nelson Dews' third team's foul, number 7, as Jones will be at the stripe.
We've got to quit reaching and smacking and play defense with our feet. I think we're doing a little bit too much of that right now.
And on the other side, I think Surry's big problems is they're not there where they're. It's more where they're fouled. They're more 70 feet away from the hole.
Absolutely, yeah, right.
And at this point, Altavista's shooting on all of them.
Yep, absolutely. If you're going to pick up a foul, ideally, you don't want it to be 70, 80 feet away from the basket.
Second shot up. Second shot will go down 40-32.
And the clock,
And that's what Surry needs to do, even though it's still a lot of time left. Minute 43 to go in the third quarter.
A little bit of a diamond press here.
Timeout, Altavista. Coach Troy Harris saw that Jamal Thornhill was in some trouble.
Right.
And we will take the timeout as well. Minute 39 to go in the English's third quarter. Altavista leads 40-32 after this full 1-minute timeout on 105.5 KD Country.
Hey, Oscar, my insurance situation isn't too good. I need to find somebody new.
Just call Mike Kinlaw. I've been a customer of his for over 20 years.
Mike Kinlaw, huh? I always knew he was a big Colonel fan.
Well, he's an independent insurance agent, so he can shop around and make sure you get the best rates. I mean, you can go online and try the Lizard or the guy that wears khakis, but hey, he's an Altavista graduate. He supports the teams. He's involved in the community. You can't get more than that.
Sounds like I'm calling Kinlaw Insurance Agency.
Yeah, call Mike at 369-5612.
369-5612.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Back here from Cumberland High School, Altavista 40-32. Our good friend Oscar Briggs. Kyle calls him Agent Zero. I call him the Big O. Feeding us stats and says the Colonels have been on the floor at Virginia Commonwealth the last 3 years. And, of course, they have ended the last 3 years very, very well as well. 3 state titles.
Oscar Briggs is a man.
Don't feed his ego like that, Coach. I can't allow that here.
He's right, though.
At least you're not saying good things about Kyle.
No, let's not go that far. No,
McClure with the basketball over to Malbeck. Mateo with it. Mateo puts it on the floor 2 times with his left, hands it back over to Cameron Hughes. Hughes will bring it to the middle. Minute 25 to go. No shot clock in high school basketball, so the Colonels can be selective.
As patient as you want to be.
Poindexter over to McClure. McClure drives in.
Josh.
McClure
good job.
Gets to the rack, and the lead just
Using
staying
that
at 10.
size. There you go. Good patience there. Move the basketball. Josh able to take one dribble and power layup. Very good.
42-32 as we head towards 1 minute to go in the English's third quarter. Surry shot up, no good. Rebounded by Thornhill. Off to McClure now for Cameron Hughes.
Just my observation, Surry's trying to drive the ball, get past Cameron. Surry's trying to drive the ball, but they're driving it when the defense hasn't reversed itself. And it's tough to find driving lanes if the defense hasn't shifted.
44-32.
Great pass by Cameron there and Mateo for the layup.
Kind of wonder how many times has Surry seen Altavista, because all the way back to Mike Carlero, Altavista does their due diligence preparation.
Yes, absolutely.
With the steal. 26 seconds to go. Hughes with it. Hughes will drive underneath. Hughes leaves it. And now Altavista really pouring it on at the end of the third quarter. They're up 14.
Cameron's come in the ball game and made a difference. Again, played under control. He's able to do a little bit of everything. He's been the utility man this third quarter.
Colonel's in a zone right now. Now they're pulling back out maybe to get more than a man. Long 3 by the Cougars. Short. And good job by Jamal Thornhill, too, to block out the rebounder.
Yep, absolutely.
So he couldn't save it.
Right. See if Coach Harris has got a half-court plays drawn up here.
1.6, the ball intercepted. Surry will throw it from about 60 feet.
All right.
That'll be no good. So we'll take time out and come back with the fourth and final quarter. Altavista leads Surry 46-32 on 105.5 KD Country.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Virginia high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too.
Brought to you by English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Back here from Cumberland High School. It's been the home of the regional tournament. Altavista looking to get more positive momentum as they head towards the state next Friday or next Saturday in Salem, Virginia at the Civic Center, City of Champions, where Lynchburg College took 2 tournament trophies today, one on the girls' side, one on the women's side, one on the men's side.
Class of 94.
And I'll tell you, we talked about it. Good job, Coach Scott. Coach Isaac Smith done an outstanding job as well.
Phenomenal.
And a lot of energy.
I haven't spent a lot of time around her. I've only met her just briefly one time, but has been able to recruit and get kids in there that believe in what she's doing. And just, again, another testament to how far both programs have come. Absolutely.
And the thing I like about coaches like that and Coach Harris as well, they're not cheating their kids. I mean, they're coaching them hard from minute 1 to minute 32 or minute 40 in the college game.
What you find with successful coaches is that they are always passionate about the game of basketball.
With the circus shot.
From the first minute to the last. And I would say that certainly about Coach Harris and certainly about the coaches at Lynchburg College as well. Any successful coach.
46-34, Altavista up by a dozen. The foul went against Galliard, his second, as Pope with the Ringling Brothers circus shot there and got it to go, and Pope sinks the second one. And Pope really undersized as well.
Yeah, but he's not playing like a freshman right now. I can tell you that. Seems to be kind of...
Troy Harris called timeout, and that's a good call. We'll keep it here.
Absolutely. He very much seems unfazed by all of this going on today. So
that 5 sec was getting ready to start. Poindexter threw the ball to the official, and the official just let it hit him and let it roll. And then Coach Harris saw that, and Altavista was definitely going to get a 5-second violation had Troy not called that timeout. So heads up play from the bench as well on that one, because you don't want to give Surry another look at it right now. 46-35, they could get it to single digits.
3-point play, got a little momentum, so you don't want to give them the ball right back.
Colonels and the Cougars. Colonels next week we'll see Honaker or George Witt, depending on the result of this one. Honaker if they get the W.
Yeah, two good teams coming out of the West there. So they're all good at this point. You're right. So it's going to require a good week of practice and get ready to sail them.
Hughes over to Malbeck now to Poindexter, and ball knocked out of bounds. We'll start this conversation and kind of break it up as gameplay goes on, but I'll bring up the question in just a minute. Poindexter, state championship week, what was your type of practice? How hard do you want to go?
Well, you want to try and keep it as normal as possible for the most part. But, as you start to get toward the end of the week, you do a lot more shooting, kind of rest the legs kind of thing.
Paul McClure for the double dribble.
But the first couple days now, it was full tilt. So
I think a lot of people, it's not like football. When football has a state championship week, they might take it a little bit easy, go to a turf field, but basketball, you're still playing on the same hardwood.
Well, your kids just get accustomed to the week and the practice week.
Three-pointer.
Big three-pointer there. So you don't want to take them out of that rhythm, so to speak.
46-38, Altavista. Galliard tied up, and they're going to call. Troy Harris got a timeout. And this time we will observe the stoppage as well. 7:01 to go. Cougars trail by 8. Altavista 46, Surry 38 on 105.5 KD Country.
If credit card processing is important to your business, I can help. I'm Ramonda Davis of First National Bank, and I'm your local e-commerce officer for merchant card and other electronic business products. Local means I live in Central Virginia. I'm ready to come see you and respond quickly to what you need. Local means I'm focused just on your business needs. For the latest in electronic payment technology and competitive pricing, contact me, Ramonda Davis. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
Bob Alvis and Coach Ty Gafford. And Coach, heard back in your day you shot it like Steph Curry does now.
No. Nobody shoots it like. There's only been a few dudes, and I don't know if there's anybody that can shoot it like that guy shooting the ball.
I'm coming to the conclusion that maybe the best shooter all time.
Pure shooter. Well, his daddy Dale was pretty good too, but golly, that cat can fill it up.
Dews will drive, kicks the ball back. Colonels don't need to have quick shots right now. They're up 8 with 6:50 to go.
Let's see if we can exercise a little patience here and get a good shot. Good backdoor cut.
Nelson for 3.
Oh,
good. Good shot if it goes in. Dews puts the Colonels
No.
back
Good
up
shot,
double.
Nelson. Yeah, absolutely. Great job by Nelson there. A lot of confidence in that three-pointer.
Colonels are apt at running time, but the thing about it, too, if you run time here, Pope from way out, and he answers.
Wow.
Tell you, Pope guts of a burglar.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah.
Hasn't met many shots.
Mama, there's
like,
it.
And the steal. Kept the dribble as well.
Steal the line from Mark Jackson. Mama, there's that man.
Inside the Cougars, the ball fake, shot up, rattles in and out. And they're going to call a foul against Altavista. If it's on Dews,
I tell you,
4.
the kids from Surry have not backed down. They have not backed down.
That's Nelson's 4th. Cameron Hughes is going to check in, most likely for Nelson. And now it's going to be shooting fouls here on out for both sides. Colonels will be shooting 2 on their next one. Surry's going to have a couple opportunities at 1-and-1. Serious here again. Davis, his first free throw's up, front iron, no good. Rebound by Galliard. Malbeck with it again. I think once it gets to this point, you've got to become a 100% free throw shooting team if you're behind. Hughes drives in, scooping one up towards the basket. Think he was anticipating contact. No good.
No, he didn't get it, and,
Pope drives in. Pope squirts a layup up, and no good, and the foul is against Altavista.
Surry has continued to attack the rim. And, again, we're standing at the free throw line, no time running off the clock. And, they're down 8, so they're getting what they want right here.
Fouls against Hughes. His second. I think that's team foul number 8, I believe. I thought the last one was 7. So I've got team foul number 8 on the Alvis unofficial stats.
Which is probably very accurate, I would say.
Yeah.
That's not very
Even
accurate.
the penmanship is 4 on it, Coach.
No,
so every part of it. 5:52 to go.
I won't even talk about what my writing looks
I
like.
used to sit with some of the guys that were some of the reporters at the News in Advance, and some of the things they write, I don't understand how anyone can read it, but
Right.
it's kind of to each his own.
Right.
Too. If you've got a system,
Right.
go for it. 49-42.
Needless to say, I didn't get outstanding in my writing in kindergarten. Big bubble letters didn't do it for
I got
me.
a D.
Yeah.
D as in don't do it again.
Don't do it again.
49-43. Really getting tight now for Altavista.
Yeah.
That lead that was double digits as
Absolutely.
quarterback hit 6.
Surry's bringing the full court pressure again. It seems to be the theme right now. We got to do a better job of handling it. Let's shoot a layup right here. There it is, right there.
Poindexter.
There it is. There you go.
Layup.
Got to shoot a layup. Make that pressure pay.
51-43. I do feel like Uncle Mo has a gold jersey on.
Yeah,
right
Uncle
now,
Mo's wearing a gold jersey. See if we can get a little bit of that back. That layup just kind of helps them to tie it a little bit.
Surry comes back. McClure makes a defensive play. And a foul on the other side. Is it going to be on Galliard or McClure? They were both in the area. It's on McClure. Maybe better if McClure is second. It would have been Galliard's third. And I believe that is 9 team
Josh
fouls.
had a good block, and then we didn't get the basketball, and it ended up being a foul.
So with that being the 9th, everybody's going to shoot 2 from here on out as Savage makes the first. 51-44.
Once again, the clock stopped.
Second one up. Second one won't go down. Long rebound. And give Surry credit. That's a hustle rebound right there. Galliard returned to sender. Malbeck comes away with it. Malbeck, right hand layup down the far side. No good. Rebound is loose on the floor. And jump ball is going to give the arrow.
Surry got the 50-50 ball right there. Mateo would get a block. Lawrence cleans it up. Go down the other ear, miss the layup. And then Surry kids are again on the floor after the ball. Get the possession. So
very rarely do I feel the Colonels get out hustled.
No. Those two plays, absolutely. Those two plays, like all the credit in the world to the Surry kids. They absolutely hustled our Colonels there for those 2 plays. So
5:13 to go in the fourth, 51-44.
As coaches always say, this late in the season, every possession has got to matter,
Pope guarded by Malbeck. Long three by Surry.
Wow.
Back plate, no good. Rebounded by Cameron Hughes.
That was deep.
And they're going to call a foul against Surry.
Got it physical, Bob.
A little bit.
Intensity level picked up, and it's gotten physical.
Should be 2. Oh, no, that's the 18th foul. I'm sorry. I was looking on the wrong side the whole time.
Should be 1 and 1 for us, right?
Yep. So I was counting fouls the wrong side.
Now, on the flip side, obviously, you got to continue to knock down free throws here. You got to step up to the line, have some confidence, and put it in.
Foul goes against Justin Williams, his 3rd. Team 8. So Altavista has committed 10 team fouls. Surry in the double bonus. And Cougars have committed 8 team fouls. Has Cameron Hughes at the stripe.
Good job.
Hughes knocks down the first, 52-44. Seen Surry so many times on these airwaves in my 15 years now, Coach, between football, basketball.
Yeah.
A lot of Cougars.
Keep cranking them out. I went to school with actually the former pro there, Miss Holmes. I went to school at LC with her son, Calvin Holmes. Calvin could play a little bit too.
Surry, of course, beat Altavista a few years down back in the time tracks in the state quarterfinals. And their coach at the time, Joe Ellis, won the state title and then died during the offseason due to cancer.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
And they had a tight end on that team, Barham, who went to North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
Played a little bit.
How about that? Too. That's a nugget there, Bob.
Cameron Hughes.
How about that?
Malbeck.
You are an encyclopedia, brother.
Every now and again, they dust me off and put
you are
take me off the shelf.
Knowledge.
Malbeck drives in. No defense was around, but no white jerseys were around either. Malbeck's shot hit the bottom of the backboard.
Yeah.
3-pointer up by Surry. Colonel's getting fortunate because some of these looks from 3 have not been contested.
No, the Surry kids haven't been able to make any open 3-pointers.
4:09 to go.
A couple more of those have gone in. We got a little bit different ball game, maybe. See if we get a little patience here on offense.
Colonels look semi-erratic here as the game has progressed in the second half. Mormon over to McClure. McClure bounce pass to Malbeck. And Malbeck hits 2.
Well, 2 of your upper class are making plays there, and that's what you need. Ball needs to be in their hands. They need to step up, and that's exactly what happened.
54-45. I'd kind of like to see stretches this for the Colonels, though, now, too. More so than Surry getting stretches, as Malbeck will get a touch foul at the free throw line and will send Pope to the line for 2.
Call a hand check there.
Malbeck second. Surry coach talking to the official, but the official seems like he has heard enough.
Yeah. Well, as it gets more intense and more physical for the kids at the end of the game, I think officials start to have their feel too. I'm not speaking from any experience at all, Bob, about that.
And you got to be careful too, because as a coach, you don't want to just say something.
No, that's right. You don't. And that's the worst thing you can do, and that can sometimes change momentum completely to the other team's side.
54-46 or 55-45, pardon me. I think the score might be wrong. Timeout, Surry. We'll keep it here. 3:39 to go. I had 54-47, but maybe I missed a point somewhere. But odd as that is flipped over. Actually, we'll take a timeout here real quick on 105.5 KD Country.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Life is full of opportunities to show someone we love them. One such opportunity is the funeral or memorial service. Finch and Finch helps you celebrate the relationships they shared and honors the memory of your loved one.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Back here from Cumberland High School, as my mathematics teachers would all be ashamed that I was wrong. 55-46, Altavista leading by 9, but I'll tell you, it feels a lot closer because, again, Uncle Mo had really come on the Surry side of things here.
Absolutely. Well, they've been gritty. They've battled. Colonels have hung tough as well. It's been a good ball game. So, and Bob, don't feel bad. That's why I majored in history. I wouldn't have been able to catch that mistake.
Malbec with the basketball.
The full court pressure.
Over
Saw
to
the Colonels have problems with this against Northumberland yesterday.
Galliard
good job by
on the far
Chancellor.
side. And Galliard going to be called for a travel. Wow, I thought Lawrence had an and one.
No, wow. That's all I can say on that one.
Yeah,
Wow.
funny how that will go against the Colonels.
Yeah.
And again, Cougars right now playing with all the momentum. Pope from way outside for three, and it's good.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
55-49. 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go.
Now we know why that kid's playing as a true freshman, huh?
McClure with the basketball, double teamed, and Josh a lot of times swings those arms. You're going to see Pope grabbed onto one of them before it was swung.
Yeah. Josh has to be careful of that, too. You're entitled to the space you create with your arms extended out, but you never know. You're late in the game like that, tense game. If an official thinks you swung that elbow, that could be flagrant or...
And I don't think Josh, like you said, does it.
No, he doesn't
with
do it
intent.
intentionally. No, in most cases, in all cases, I've seen him do it. It's a fundamentally sound basketball play. But with the crowd and the emotion and all that, you might get an official that says something different.
Even Marcus Gafford's probably been taught in the rebound drill.
Marcus Gafford has absolutely been taught that in the rebounding drill. He's going to have to rebound. He's a little runt like me, so.
McClure sinks the first to get it.
But yeah, no, Josh does a good job of being strong with basketball all the time.
56-49. McClure's second shot is up. And it's
Good
in.
job. For those didn't wrinkle any net, man. That's what you like to see late in the game.
57-49. Altavista, you might want to pick them up just as they cross. Because
Teo's got to do a good job of keeping this fellow out of the paint. He gambled there, got away with it. They were poking away and it went off of us. But he's got to keep him in front of him right now.
Everybody's going to be shooting two for the rest of the way. Next foul will put the Colonels in double bonus. 3:01 to go. Basketball thrown in underneath and a foul against Altavista. It kind of feels like the first half yesterday where, and I think a lot of coaches on both sides hate to see a lot of fouls called because nobody gets in rhythm.
Yeah, no, they're definitely calling it tight. And, again, you got to adjust to what's being done, what's being called. Keep your hands up in the lane, keep them straight up, no smack down. Don't stick out your knee. All those things that official will see as a foul.
Savage sinks the first, 57-50. But again, I kind of, I'm going to beat the dead horse here. If you're Surry, you've got to become 100% free throw shooting.
Yes, can't miss any more free throws from here on out. And you're going to need a little divine intervention to get a turnover, too. As well. So,
front iron.
If we can take care of the ball and make free throws, I like our chances. But that can't pick it up right there.
Over to Hughes.
PCM Industrial Services recognizes the importance of high school athletics by sponsoring this award-winning broadcast. PCM Industrial Maintenance and Construction Specialists providing welding, millwright, erection, and fabrication services to all forms of industry throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. From offices in Altavista, PCM Industrial Services congratulates the Altavista basketball teams on another successful season. Good luck in the playoffs. Go Colonels.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
59-52 as Pope sinks both free throws.
Got to take care of the ball. There's a diamond pressure here. Reverse the basketball. Don't pick it up over at half court.
Poindexter doubled. Tried to get it over to Hughes, and Hughes
Daquan was very lucky there. Team's trying to force it over to the sideline, trap it at the half court or down the sideline. Got to keep the ball off the sideline right now late in the game. You don't want to get over there and get in no man's land.
Malbec pitches back to Nelson Hughes, now over to Mateo. Mateo, free throw line jumper up. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by Surry.
Almost exact same spot where he just made the last one.
Still over 2 minutes to go, and the layup
Gotta
is
stop
going
the
to go
ball.
down.
Got to stop the ball all the way down the floor. You can't let it come from all the way down the middle of the floor.
59-54. Hughes with the runner. Will not fall. The iron unkind to the Colonels.
Yes.
Surry with numbers. Pope. He'll fire from in front of the Surry bench, and it goes.
Wow.
And Surry is going to take a timeout. We will keep it here.
That is a big shot by Mr. Pope.
Pope, ice water.
Ice water,
going
right.
through the veins.
Holy cow.
59-57, minute 52 to go.
That is
Again,
absolutely unreal.
you don't have to win this game to keep playing,
No,
but you don't want to
but
lose
still,
it like
you
this.
don't want to lose it. No, you don't want to lose it feeling like you've had the lead and been in control most of the game, and, you know, you turn it over or give up easy. You know, that wasn't an easy shot.
No.
By no means, but you don't want to feel like you let it slip away.
Some of these shots by Surry have not been easy whatsoever. And Colonel's led by 14 at the end of quarter 3, and Surry has come back to cut this thing to 2.
Right, yeah, no, I mean, again, a credit to the Surry kids to keep battling. You know, right now, definitely we got to make sure that we can take care of the ball, handle the pressure, get down here and either get a layup or reverse the basketball out and get a foul, something like that. But we can't just run away and hide right now. They're not going to let us do that.
59-57, but at the same time, if you're the Colonels, as on the floor, it's going to be Hughes, Poindexter, McClure, Malbeck, and Hughes. At the same time, how much do you want to try to be patient? And I hate to say run clock, but run clock to a degree.
Well, you got to take the first best shot.
Right.
And if that's a layup out of the pressure, that's what it is. If it's make a few passes and get a ball reversal and somebody driving. But right now, you want something going in the basket. You don't want to. You would try to avoid taking a long three-pointer or something like that.
According to my notes, both teams have 2 timeouts left, but my notes have failed me twice today, and third time would probably be the charm. Hughes just to the right of midcourt circle. Nelson breaks that 5-second count. Now goes over to McClure. McClure
there you go.
Spins inside. Shot is up, too soft. Rebound by Hughes. Hughes gets underneath, cannot finish. Here comes Pope the other way. Hughes will have to get in front to cut him off. And Hughes with the strip. What a play by Nelly.
Nelson. That was a great play by Nelson.
Hughes gets in front of the free throw line. Shot up and in.
Very good. That was a big play. Senior making a big-time play there. Very easy. Could have been a tie ball game. Nelson makes the strip, goes down, shoots that 10-footer again.
Colonels
big
are up
play
4.
by Nelson Hughes.
Under a minute to go. Pope gets inside, and they're going to call an offensive foul. What a play by Cameron Hughes.
Yep, good job by Cameron.
His feet.
Missed the layup on the possession before, but didn't hang his head, stepped in the lane, and made a big play for his team.
10th team foul, so next foul, Colonel shoot 2. Hughes with the basketball, and they're going to say it went off Nelson. I'll tell you, Nelson lucky probably didn't get the foul call.
Yeah, could have got called for the push-off and extended on that forearm. Again, he had the ball over on the side, and, you know, nothing good's going to happen when you got the ball over on the side.
I'd rather give Surry the ball than give Hughes the foul. Pope goes upstairs to keep it in the front court. 49 seconds to go. Pope from way outside. The three-pointer off the iron, no good. Daquan Poindexter with the board, and the foul by Brandon Davis. Maybe not the worst foul in the world. 42.9 to go.
No, and it looks like he committed that foul pretty quick, so it may have been coached to do that. And that's what you tell your kids. You got to stop the clock as soon as we miss. If we don't get the rebound, we got to stop the clock. So good job there by Surry to do that.
Looked like he was just coming down to try to get a steal.
Yeah, trying to get a steal. But, hey, if we miss one or both of these, which we just missed the first one, that, it's worth it.
2-possession game, 42.9 seconds to go. Surry will check in. Number 14, Khalid Ransom. Ransom not played a lot in the second half, as Martez Warren will check in. Surry's probably played about 9 or 10.
Yeah. Their coach has been a little bit more liberal with his substitution pattern than Coach Harris.
62-57. Pope with the basketball. Pope gets by Malbeck. Pope to the free throw line, looking around. Surry, long three, up, no good, rebound. It's loose, picked up by Surry and in. And timeout by the Cougars. We will keep it here as Ransom gets the 2. I think Surry kind of looked for that 3 a little bit early. I know they like to shoot a few wild ones, but I think that might have left the hands.
Well, their best strategy has been either that 3 goes in or they have been able to get the rebound and put it back. They've been an offensive rebounding all game long.
So Surry out of timeout. Altavista's got 2 left. And I always like to bring this up, and Kyle gives me a hard time about it. We saw it happen many moons back in Altavista. If that ball goes through the hole, you don't have to get it in as soon as right away. The officials got to start a count before you get it in. So if you get really low on time,
right,
that's a strategy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I used to coach the kid that was taking the ball out, look up at the clock, and if it was under 5 seconds, don't touch it. Game's over.
And that night, the count started a little bit late, so Altavista got benefit off of it.
Right.
I think those were in the BG before Gafford used.
Yeah.
McClure with it. McClure, bounce pass over to Hughes and knocked out of bounds off of Hughes. And Coach Troy Harris would like to use one of his 2 remaining timeouts. He'll take a full. We'll step aside as well. 21.7 seconds to go. Altavista leads Surry 62-59 on KD Country.
Is there a painting project on your to-do list? English's Home Center has added an additional line of paints. English's features Pratt & Lambert Lifetime Warranty Red Seal exterior paints. Choose from hundreds of stunning, beautiful designer colors. Pratt & Lambert interior or exterior paints. Value price to save you money. Pratt & Lambert paints. Never compromise.
English's is your complete home center.
On North Main Street, Altavista.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Bob Alvis and my good close personal friend, the coach, Ty Gafford, back with me. And, Coach, we were talking about it in the break. I believe there's like 21 seconds left. The clock here at Cumberland is running during timeout, so they count the timeout down. If I'm Surry, I don't know that you know how to shoot a 2.
Right.
Honestly, unless you just get it to the basket.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the pattern has been that they will come down and attempt the 3-pointer and try and tie the ball game. I mean, but, I think they'll take, again, the first best shot they get.
You may want to watch if you shoot from that left wing, though, because there's a camera there with a light on it in the stand.
Yeah. Which I don't even know why they're doing that.
You're blinding Surry at this point.
Yeah.
15 seconds to go in the hands of Pope. Gives it up to Davis. Cougars are going to settle for 3, it looks like. 10 seconds to go. Pope can't get loose. Davis with it. Davis gives it back. Long 3 by the Cougars. No good. Surry gets the rebound. They'll shoot a 3 at the buzzer. That is not going to be too strong as well. And Altavista gets out of here with a 62-59 victory. Well, Jimmy V always said survive and advance.
Absolutely.
And the Colonels will survive.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We will take a break and come back and start the Subway postgame show. Altavista 62, Surry 59 right here on 105.5 KD Country.
Life happens. Divorce, family problems, criminal charges, civil litigation, personal injury cases. Turn to David W. Shreve, an experienced attorney at law. David W. Shreve has been practicing law for over 30 years. Free consultation for personal injury cases. David W. Shreve wishing good luck to the Altavista boys basketball team in the playoffs. Go Colonels! David W. Shreve, located 7th Street, Altavista, or by phone 369-6621.
A short drive will save you money.
In the market for a new Chevrolet? Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
For a huge selection of new Chevrolets and pre-owned vehicles, it's Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
FellersDirect.com. Selection. Convenience. Fellers Chevrolet.
Fellers Chevrolet.
Always open and only a click away.
FellersDirect.com.
A short drive will save you money. Fellers Chevrolet in Altavista.
KCD Maintenance. Kenny can do it. If you've got a home or business maintenance issue, Kenny can do it. Call 665-1333. That's 665-1333 for KCD Maintenance. Painting, building maintenance, minor construction, and more. Kenny can do it. Call 665-1333. Again, that's 665-1333. KCD Maintenance.
Hey, this is Mitch at Altavista Appliance Home and Lawn Center. Come check out our large selection of appliances, furniture, mattresses, and lawn care equipment. We carry top brands such as Frigidaire, Whirlpool, Samsung, Maytag, Speed Queen, Best Home Furnishings, Bassett, Ashley, Sealy, Sierra Sleep, and a full line of Husqvarna products. With 0% interest for up to 48 months and customer service you can trust, we will make your buying experience easy and affordable. So come on down and see us today at Altavista Appliance Home and Lawn Center, 606 7th Street, Altavista, Virginia.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Altavista survives a furious onslaught from Surry to get the victory here today at Cumberland High School, as they are now giving out hardware. Mr. Dean Hubbard and Ty Gafford, he abandoned me for a little bit, but he'll be back to conclude the postgame, as Surry outscored Altavista 27-16 in that fourth quarter, but a big third quarter by Altavista really helpful as well. 20-10, Altavista outscored Surry in that third quarter. A little bit of an extended Subway postgame show today, as we're going to catch up with the head coach of the Colonels, Troy Harris, as well. Altavista gets the W today, 62-59. They will play Honaker next week at Salem, either on Friday or Saturday. We'll take a break and come back. More action. Colonels 62, Surry 59 on 105.5 KD Country.
You're listening to Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country, WKDE, Altavista, Lynchburg.
Recognized for outstanding service and customer satisfaction, Sonny Merriman Incorporated is Virginia's platinum service Thomas Built bus dealer. As Virginia's oldest and most experienced bus distributor, Sonny Merriman Incorporated has been providing buses to schools, churches, medical facilities, and transit agencies for 50 years. Sonny Merriman Incorporated recognized the Altavista boys and girls basketball teams for their outstanding season and wishes them good luck in the playoffs. Go Colonels!
Hey, Oscar, my insurance situation isn't too good. I need to find somebody new.
Just call Mike Kinlaw. I've been a customer of his for over 20 years.
Mike Kinlaw, huh? I always knew he was a big Colonel fan.
Well, he's an independent insurance agent, so he can shop around and make sure you get the best rates. I mean, you can go online and try the Lizard or the guy that wears khakis, but hey, he's an Altavista graduate. He supports the teams. He's involved in the community. You can't get more than that.
Sounds like I'm calling Kinlaw Insurance Agency.
Yeah, call Mike at 369-5612.
369-5612.
Some people have never tried food at a Mexican restaurant, so we asked Chad Shelton from Shelton's Plumbing and Heating about his experience.
I wasn't so sure what the green stuff was, but they slipped some on my plate one day, and now I won't have a meal without guacamole. Still can't spell it.
At El Cazador Mexican Restaurant, if you have questions, they give you the answers in English. Mexican and American foods, affordable prices, and fast service. Try it today, El Cazador, Main Street, Altavista.
English Construction Company has been in the building business since 1909, so it's only natural that they appreciate the building process. They recognize the fact that organized sports programs build character as well as bodies and minds. They know that high school sports build our youth into more well-rounded and more productive adults. English Construction Company is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports and salute all athletes, coaches, and teachers. A word of praise and encouragement from English Construction Company, with offices in Lynchburg.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Compiling the stats here on the Subway postgame show. One stat you need to know is it's $6 footlongs in the month of February, and you got an extra day with a leap year to help you out. So one more day of footlong subs at Subway for $6. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the only mistake, not opening the door. Whether you go in at Main Street, whether you pick Foster Fuels, or whether you go into Walmart and Altavista as well. Plenty of great food, salads, subs, pizza, flatizas, as Kyle likes to go with on Flatiza Friday, but make any day a great day with Subway. They sponsor our post-game show here, and what a performance by the Colonels today, withstanding a furious Surry onslaught in quarter four to get out of here with a regional championship, 62-59. We'll take another break and then come back and talk with Coach Gafford before we do stats and final thoughts, and Coach Harris on the Subway post-game show. Altavista 62, Surry 59 on 105.5 KD Country.
Hi, I'm Tracy Robinson of First National Bank. Did you know there are great home mortgage opportunities available right now? With rates being at an all-time low and 100% financing, our recognized mortgage lenders will deliver the right loan for your needs. Put this together with our other progressive mortgage products, our fast local service, and we're ready to lend. First National Bank, over 100 years of dependable custom banking. For you and your money, that's important. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family family serving family since 1905.
Life is full of opportunities to show someone we love them. One such opportunity is the funeral or memorial service. Finch and Finch helps you celebrate the relationships they shared and honors the memory of your loved one.
Finch and Finch funeral and cremation service. A family serving family since 1905.
PCM Industrial Services recognizes the importance of high school athletics by sponsoring this award-winning broadcast. PCM Industrial Maintenance and Construction Specialists providing welding, millwright, erection, and fabrication services to all forms of industry throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. From offices in Altavista, PCM Industrial Services congratulates the Altavista basketball teams on another successful season. Good luck in the playoffs. Go Colonels.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
What an onslaught by Surry in the fourth quarter. However, not enough as Altavista gets out of here with a victory, 62-59 over Surry. Bob Alvis and the coach, Ty Gafford, and you had to do a little administrative duties right there, handing out some.
Yeah, it's always a nice responsibility to go down there and shake the kids' hands and tell them congratulations. That's awesome.
And I'll tell you, I think this is a good win in a couple ways because you withstood. You've been a front runner most of the time. This time, Surry came back on you, but you still withhold and get out of here with.
Yeah, and it's another learning experience for these kids. They got to learn how to continue to learn how to weather the storm a little bit. Good teams are going to make good runs in the postseason. That's what Surry did. They're a good team that made a good run late in the game, and good teams also have got to learn how to handle those runs of good teams. And our kids were able to do that today and come out with the W.
And as you know, too, this is a game of runs. I mean, without a doubt. And Surry, 27 points in the fourth quarter alone. They had scored 32 up until that point.
Right, yeah, and, kept forcing the issue with us against us offensively and getting the ball to the basket, hit some threes, and they came within a breath away of tying the game or late, and very easily could have been overtime. So hats off to the Surry
kids too. And you're really going to learn about yourself here in the playoffs. I mean, it's really survive and advance. I mean, I know it's cliche.
Well, and that is, I'll be honest with you, that is the neat thing about basketball. Bob, in late in the season like that, is that you do learn a lot about your team and who you are as a team, and that's what makes wins even more rewarding in the postseason.
And Altavista obviously has got a lot of good things going for them as well. Let's give you the totals of the point scores here. For Surry County first, they were led by Monte Pope. He led everybody with 29, scored 22 in the second half alone. Savage had 6, Williams with 7, Warren with 2, Jones with 5, Ransom with 4, Slade with 2, and Davis with 4. On the other side for the Colonels, Lawrence Galliard had 10, Mateo Malbeck led all Colonels with 18, Daquan Poindexter had 8, Josh McClure with 11, Nelson Dews with 9, and Cameron Hughes with 6. And let's tell you real quick who the sponsors were that brought you today's game. English Construction, wishing our high school athletes an exciting and injury-free game. First National Bank. Start mobile banking today with our First Nat app, and you can find that on your app store, whether it be iTunes or Google Play. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service, a family serving families since 1905. English is your complete home center, your Pratt and Lambert paint dealer. PCM Industrial Services, serving the Mid-Atlantic region with quality maintenance and construction service. Fellers Chevrolet, a short drive will save you money. They're also the proud sponsors, where you can hear all of our games on our YouTube channel. Sonny Merriman, Virginia's premier bus company. Altavista Office of Economic Development. Say that 5 times fast. Helping Altavista grow. KCD Maintenance. Ken can do it. Maintenance. Call 665-1333. David W. Shreve, attorney at law. Get expert legal advice with prompt, straightforward answers. El Cazador, Mexican, Main Street in Altavista. Try the new menu. Kinlaw Insurance, proudly supporting the Altavista Colonels. Call Mike at 369-5611. And Altavista Appliance, Home and Lawn Center on 7th Street. Coach Harris is going to join us real quick, and then Coach Gafford and I will go with players of the game. So let's get Coach Harris real quick, and then we will do players of the game, and then we will sign off. And I'll tell you, what a win for you guys, Coach, and definitely withstood a furious onslaught in the fourth.
Man, number 11 went unconscious on a shooting. I don't know about, I didn't have a great angle on it, but it looked like past the volleyball line to me, pretty close.
He was in Buckingham.
He was in Buckingham, yeah. We knew he'd do it. We had him scouted that way, but dang, you'd only hit 5, 6 of those, and he seemed to hit every one in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, really, we got up 14, I think, and then just came rallying back like everybody does in the fourth quarter, and we held on.
Did you get too comfortable, you think? Do you think your guys got too comfortable or what?
Heck no. I had to call 3 timeouts early in the fourth quarter. I don't think we got comfortable at all. Right. Pressure seems to give us a little bit of a fit, and it's something we're going to work on in practice this week to help us hang on to the ball a little bit more. So, no, I don't think comfortable was having anything to do with it.
Let's talk about what went well that you saw.
Well, I think we really took it to them when we did break the pressure. We took it to the rim and scored and finished a lot. We did have a couple misses, but I think we finished, and I think we D'd up pretty good. Number 33, Justin Williams, he's an all-state player for the past 2 years, I believe, and I think he only had maybe 9 or 10 points, and he's averaging up there close to 20-some.
7, but who's
7.
counting?
Hey, I'll take it even better. That's even better.
And, again, just from being here the last few days, it seems like getting off to the quick start. What's really propelling you guys?
Yeah, we have jumped on them, and that's the last message right when we walk out of the locker room is don't let them punch us in the mouth. We're going to punch them first, and then we sort of get a comfortable lead, and we just sort of stay there, it seems like. For whatever reason, we can't pull away, but I think that's a credit to all the competition. Nobody's an easy out anymore.
Obviously, Lawrence is your man in the middle. I thought it went well yesterday with playing, and he got in foul trouble, and you learned how to play without him.
Right.
But a lot of other guys did a lot of good things today too. Kind of who stood out a little bit.
I think I'm going to have to give super credit to Cameron Hughes in the second half. He made a bunch of plays offensively. He took a huge charge defensively, even though I think we turned it over the next possession. But offensively, he made some plays and found the open man a couple times and made a couple layups and really stood out tonight for sure.
What do you know about Honecker?
Well, I think what everybody knows is they had the big boy Robinette. He's about 6'8", and they were undefeated until they started their region tournament and lost 2. So we'll get some film and we'll dissect them a little bit more and see what we can do against them.
If you had the choice, do you want to go Friday or Saturday?
I think I want to go Saturday, give our guys an extra day of rest. There's no rust with our group. We're used to it. Sometimes we don't hit shots anyway, so we're used to it a little bit. So there's no rust. I think I want an extra day of rest.
You have to keep them in rhythm, though. If you're going to school Friday, you don't have to although this is as out of rhythm as you can get right here on
that's
Sunday.
True. Maybe we get out of school a little bit early on Friday. The guys would like that. So it doesn't really matter, but I'd really like a day of rest probably to get Saturday, maybe Saturday night if we're lucky.
Got to play it when you can play it
that's
at
right.
this point. And, Coach, definitely congratulations. I tell you, outstanding job by you, too, this year.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks,
welcome.
Bob.
Coach Gafford will join me back here as we will talk about players of the game as well. Always good to have Coach Harris talk to us, and Colonels with a 62-59 victory. And now Coach Gafford and I will talk about our players of the game here on the Subway post-game show. And I will go first. I think this is going to be unanimous on the Surry side. If you've got anybody other than Monte Pope, I'd love to hear the reasoning.
No. I second that. That kid, that young man was absolutely phenomenal in the second half.
He definitely
single-handedly almost won the game for him, or at least tied it to get it into overtime.
Coach Harris said it best. He went unconscious.
Yeah,
in the fourth quarter, he just went flat unconscious.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Altavista, I think it's a little bit of a hard choice as always. It's such a balanced group this year. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, my vote is Mateo Malbec. Mateo he had a good floor game. I think he hit some timely buckets there late in the game. A couple of mine, a pull-up jump shot there in the lane. He just kind of seems to be a calming force a lot of times on the floor for our kids late in the basketball game, and had a good floor game as well. So my vote goes to Mateo Malbec.
I'm going to go a different direction. I'm going to go Nelson Dews. I mean,
okay.
Nelly's last bucket was probably the biggest bucket of the game
Absolutely.
at the time, especially.
Yeah.
And I thought Nelson made a few solid plays defensively too.
Yeah.
And obviously, you always have a player or two you wish you could take back.
Yep.
But I'm going to go Nelson. But Coach,
could agree with that too, wholeheartedly.
Really always.
Yeah, thanks, man. I don't know if I'm very deserving of those kind of words, but it's been
I heard when Kyle said you've got to work with Bob today. You're like, can you find somebody else?
Not at all. I hopped at the chance, and it's always a pleasure and a privilege to be with you guys. I greatly appreciate it.
Coach, always a pleasure. Folks, be sure to tune in either next Friday or Saturday, hopefully, when who knows who will be here.
Bob, last shot.
Yes.
I'm going to give one
Absolutely.
quick shout out to my SRO, Sergeant Hutchinson. He's listening in today. I told him that if he bought me lunch, I'd shout out for him. So maybe I can get a Subway sandwich or something out of the deal.
$6 footlong.
Right, absolutely. So Hutch, if you're listening, shout out to you, brother. Appreciate all you do.
Definitely big thanks to Eleanor Haney back at home base as well.
Thank you, Eleanor. Great job. Thank you.
For Coach Gafford, for Coach Harris, and for everybody involved, this is Bob Alvis, Altavista, 62 Surry, 59 Colonels Region Champs, and go to the state quarterfinals next Friday or Saturday. You'll be able to hear it all on 105.5 KD Country.